Welcome to Project Zomboid. I'm Major Freak. So, nutrition. Earlier I made a video unlisted. You guys didn't see it. Just kind of like documentation for myself. And I made a nutritionist and I went through and said, okay, I want calories and hunger per encumbrance point. That's what I thought would be important. And it turns out it was wrong-headed of me. What I really need to do is concentrate on either calories per hunger reduction or hunger reduction per calorie. And I'm fairly sure the hunger reduction is the smaller value, and with my math skills sucking so bad, I think that's the best way to go. I'm guessing, because intuition, not based on anything math-wise. I just figure it would be easier for me to go, the calorie numbers is larger, it'll be easier for me to use the hunger reduction. So next, nutritional, what I'll do is pretty much collect everything I can in the next playthrough. There was a bug that my character died to, and it was extremely frustrating, and that usually kills the game for me. So the next time I play, I'm going to take a long break from Zomboid. When a bug kills you, it's just, you know, when it's your fault, you're like, gotta try again. But when it's the game's fault, you're like, really? So, yeah. People are like, oh, it's the mods you have on, or you have to do this, you have to do that. And then Google is just horrendous. It's the right-click interface showing metalworking. You have to have the welder mask, but it doesn't have to be, you don't have to wear it, but I was wearing it. It was basically, you have to, the welder mask is the key, just like the hammer is for carpentry. But for some reason, it just bugged out and refused to open. And I tried a whole bunch of stuff. I read as much Google as I could about it. It was all pretty much either ignorance or trolling. And, oh yeah, never go on to Reddit. Never a good answer. But I couldn't find it anywhere. And it's just a bug. And I loaded the same game with the same save thing, with the same character later on, that I created and continued after the first one died, and it was able to enable the right-click menu regardless of whether they were wearing the welder mask or not. And I was like, maybe my welder mask was too bloody, but I checked the video, and the welder mask, not only was I wearing it, but it wasn't bloody. So yeah. So if you're having issues with trying to get the metalworking interface to open, just keep reloading the game, take a break, come back. Hopefully it'll be fixed. I honestly don't know. Maybe restart your computer. I didn't restart my computer and eventually got it and had it fixed. I don't know how. I don't know why. But yeah. Next time I play the game, I totally want to start all over and collect all the food I can. And I estimated that chips would be the perfect balance for getting me under the calorie limit so I can lose weight and keep me fed, like well fed. So if I ate till I was well fed and I was still negative calories, that was a win. And I thought chips could do it, but it isn't. And when I look at my data sheet, it's all calculated for 0.1 endurance point, because I wanted to get as much into my backpack as possible for food. And that's how I was doing it. But when you're trying to balance the food intake, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how heavy it is. It just needs to So you can get well fed and be able to carry stuff and still get under the calorie count. So that's the aim, basically. And if I had that, I'd be able to look at all the things that gave me, I just play test it until I got the perfect food. Okay, I chips are bad. Let's go try something lesser in calorie count, and just keep downgrading or upgrading the food until I find the food item that I can eat until I'm well fed and I stay negative calories, and that would be great. Because I want calories because I'm pretty sure it helps you in combat and stuff, I think. But it might just be a fictitious pixel number, and it doesn't interact with anything except losing weight. I've tried to look on the internet. I can't find anything about it. So I don't know if it improves anything, honestly. So yeah. And of course, eventually I'd like to stop losing weight, of course, because I'll always take the overweight trait. And once I get to that point, I'll just downgrade my food quality in order to get just above 0 for calories. Well, probably just above gaining weight, should I say, in calories. So that threshold would be cool. Yeah, we'll see. I'll definitely have to practice, but that'll be my main focus. And I'll probably have to I'll just gather all the food, and then once I've got all the food and my character dies, not by intention, then I'll get the nutritionist in and look at all the food stuff and go, okay, we need to do some math here. So yeah, that's the goal for next time. And I've got a list of stuff that I've learned, like that I didn't know before, even when watching as many YouTubers as I could that are decent. And it's like I need to get into the habit of building a campfire near recon positions, because it's easy to. All you do is chop down some trees, right? Get in the habit of using right click to interact with windows, because I get used to hitting E for interacting with windows, and if you're trying to escape, it'll close the window on you. So I just gotta practice using the right click for interacting with windows and get that ingrained. Using the weapon to break doors instead of like waiting till I had a propane torch or a sledgehammer. Just, anything it'll do. You can check digital watches for alarms being set by just hovering over, and the tooltip pop-up will show you if there's an alarm on it. So that helps, because 30 digital watches plus reading the book will get you level 1 electrician, and that's all you need to, well, half of what you need to get hot wiring cars, right? Which is super important. Utilizing favorites, like having something that I can't carry on my person, like I have hammer, screwdriver, lighter, and then I've got my fanny packs. But then there's certain other things that you want to carry in, say, your backpack, but don't want to accidentally unload it when you're looting. So I just favorite it, and it just prevents that. The only problem is when you favorite a bowl, a small bowl, if you make food with it, it loses its favorite status. So just, you'll have to keep on favoriting it, but I think it's totally worth it. So I can just, when I make food, I just remember to favorite it and put it back in my backpack, and it's great. And speaking of, when you have the can opener in one of your fanny packs, it'll put that can opener back in once you've done opening the can. It's really cool. I wish other things would do that too, like, say, the saw. I have a saw in one of my fanny packs. It's quite useful. and combat. I for the longest time I was, I learned that okay, when you're backing away from zombies and you've got that right mouse button held down, you're facing the zombies while walking the other way, and you can smack them. And I usually, what I was doing, I'd be like sneaking, and then I'd like turn around and I'd sneak away from them as I'm whacking them. And then when they get too close, I do this panicky turnaround thing, trying to run away, get some space. But then suddenly one day I realized, oh my God, all I have to do is walk backwards, right click mouse button held down as I'm attacking. And then if they get too close, you just lift your finger off the right mouse button and you turn around and calmly walk in exactly the direction you need to, because you're already doing that. In order to walk backwards. So I was like, oh my God, epiphany. So that was fun. And the wood glue, it's rare, but it's great for fixing axes. So, God, I so want to find more wood glue. I wouldn't know where they... But yeah, the wood glue is great. Repairing will only, like, you're repairing axes, you can't do it indefinitely. It just stacks up, and there's a diminishing returns for repairing, and you don't want to spend too much, because then you'll lose precious stuff that's irreplaceable. I've realized that some things are plentiful and other things not. I thought it would take me forever to get digital watches, but yeah, it's easy. If you've got the lucky trait, I guess yeah, no worries. Yeah, lucky trait, 100%. Lucky trait, enhanced hearing to see behind yourself, cat's eyes for actually doing things at night. Yeah, there's just like... Yeah, cat's eyes, dexterous, outdoorsman for not getting sick easily. Lucky, fast learner, yes. Keen hearing for perception. See behind it, and organized, because it just doubles your inventory. Your ability to carry encumbrance is just awesome. If you don't have these, you'll notice them real fast. And Sunday driver, forget anything else but Sunday driver, because you need 30 miles or kilometers, whatever. You need the max speed of 30, because otherwise you're going to be smacking into zombies running in front of you. So yeah, Sunday driver, 100%, just to control the urge to go fast. Weak stomach, because whoopee. Smoker, because I almost picked up 1,000 cigarettes. Overweight, because it's easy to lose weight if you do it right. And high thirst, because yeah, why not? It's +6, right? Silly not to. And I was starting Rosewood because it's got a lot of 2-story houses. Sometimes you can spawn in them. It's got a fire station, which is brilliant. It's got a police station, which kind of sucks. This playthrough that I had, there were no batons. There were no police sticks. It was just crazy. It was like, what the hell? Like, none in the whole building. It was like, what the... And it's got the grocery store. But I really didn't use a lot of fresh items. What I would do is I would eat the fresh items as I was looting, and then I just collect all the cans. And I've got way too many canned food by the end of it. Like, right now I've got like 3 full, and it's spilling all... Yeah. Just, yeah, whatever. Canned stuff. No big deal. And I had all these mods: extra map symbols UI, fuel appy, manage containers. I actually didn't like this one. Next playthrough, I think I'll definitely disable it for sure. Manage containers. Oh yeah. Manually sorting, I do. It's just it didn't give me the ability to shove things in there that I wanted. It just didn't make any sense, the options that I was choosing. So it was like, yeah, whatever. And I never bothered, honestly. Map symbol size slider, perfect. Love those. Minimal display bars, yep. Share your map symbols. Spray paint mod, I didn't actually use that, so I'll just disable it. Yeah, I think I used it once, but then just to direct traffic around wrecks, but then I was like, wait, it's way too easy to move or dismantle the wrecks, and especially once you have hot wiring, it's like you can use any car pretty much as you back up, you back into a vehicle, gives you more strength to push it. Yeah, piece of cake. Water dispenser, big time. Okay, whatever. Weapon condition indicator. Ooh, right. Blind codes. Yeah, I really need to check out some more mods. That's for sure, right? What's this? Have I found this book? I usually found it fairly easy. Like, it's not the fact, have I found this book? Because you can easily, like, if you don't know, you just add it to your inventory. And then when you get back to base, you're like, oh, I got it already. And you just chuck it. It's no big deal. So I didn't really use it. All right. But yeah, I really want to check out more mods now that I've played a bit more. Probably it's been a year, or at least a year, where I've added mods. And my custom settings, Apocalypse. No, I think this was the one I was playing with. It was low, urban focused. So it was low, and I would start earlier in the morning, and it would be 2 to 6 months when the water and the electricity shut off. Apocalypse, it's within the first month, and I'm just too new to the game. I needed the water and electricity. I wasn't interested in getting screwed right away. Nothing else was really changed there. Let's change it. See this. Nothing changed. Okay. Okay, nothing changed there. It's nice to check this. I'd forgotten how many things I'd left as default. I think I changed a lot here. I think I dicked around with it a heck of a lot. Because I started with a low population, I wanted to make it very challenging much later on. Population peak days the 28th, right? And for me, it was, what, 6 months in? And that was, yeah, I was getting close to peak. It was interesting. It was lots of fun. Rally group size, wow. Follow sound distance. Oh, wow. So I really increased that. Oh, wow. I really made it. Wow. Because I wanted to take advantage of ambulance and police sirens to rally a huge bunch. Rally group separation distance. Okay. Rally group radius. Oh, wow. I really spread it out. Yeah, it was interesting. It kept them kind of separate, and I could pull off one or two, so it was really working well. I really enjoyed the... Yeah. As you can see, its population peak multiplier is 4, but I started with a low population, so that's how it kind of worked out. See, but really, really low population modifier. So yeah, this would be quite interesting if I tried it as just Apocalypse right away. Eventually I want to do the Apocalypse. That would be fun. But for now, I'm really liking it. And interesting. I don't think I've actually utilized the fuel API yet. Anyways. Yeah, checking out the mods. That's what I'll do. I'll probably add some fun mods. Yeah, I made a video talking about all the stuff I learned that was extra to the YouTubers with the tutorials and stuff, just for beginners, because there was a lot of stuff just not mentioned that was like, oh my god, I wish somebody had told me this. But I'll definitely, what I'll probably do is make notes of things when I go, oh right, and I'll just notate the time, the date and time, and just clip a whole bunch of video clips with me doing stuff and then explaining what I learned that's different and better than what common sense would say, or just if you didn't know it. So that'll definitely be helpful, because when you watch the YouTubers videos, it's all, they're just doing random stuff, and you're like, this is not related to what you're talking about. So what I'll try to do is make notes. But yeah, gonna take a long break, and yeah, that's the metalworking welding mask bug really soured my experience. Yeah, I'll be back.